Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is our lecture of week number 9/2. That is lecture number 18. 9 2s are 18. Lecture number 18 of our analysis of algorithm course for class BSSE 6. In this lecture, we will analyze a graph algorithm. With the help of graph algorithm, we will analyze we will solve a graph and analyze the time complexity and space complexity of breadth first search algorithm. In this lecture, we will discuss the following topics: what is breadth first search (BFS concept with examples, BFS algorithm, breadth first search algorithm. We will also discuss breadth first search algorithm explanation. We will explain the algorithm in detail. We will find the time and space complexity of breadth first search algorithm. We will discuss some practice problems based on breadth first search. We will construct the minimal spanning tree. We will also discuss the application, very important algorithm in the history of graph, which has many application of breadth first search. Conclusions. At the end, we will conclude at where the breadth first search lies in the domain of graphs. The first slide about the topic: what is breadth first search? Breadth first search, or BFS, is a graph traversal algorithm. It is related to graph. It is used for traversing or searching a graph in a systematic fashion. We will follow some rules, and on the basis of those rules, we will traverse each and every vertex of the graph. Breadth first search uses a strategy that searches in the graph in breadth first search manner whenever possible. That is, it explores all of the neighbors nodes at present depth prior to moving to the nodes at the next depth level. At present depth, it explores all the nodes and then it moves to the next depth, and there it explores the existing node present at that level. Queue data structure is used in the implementation of breadth first search. Breadth first search uses queue, and with the help of queue, it manages the different nodes of the graph. Breadth first search concept. Let's suppose this is a graph, and these solid small circle nodes denote the nodes, while the lines in between the two solid circles denote the edges. There are many nodes and many edges. This is a node which we call source node, and we have changed the color of this node. From this node, first level is depth level is, that is, how many nodes are present from this source node at the distance of one edge. This node exists at the distance of one node. This node also exists at the distance of one node, and this node also exists at the distance of one node. So these three nodes exist at the distance of one edge. At the distance of one edge, how many? We will search all the nodes which exist at the distance of one edge from the source node. This is breadth first search. So here we can see that these three edge nodes exist at the distance of 1, 1, 1. The value of source node distance is 0 because it is starting node. So these nodes exist at the distance of one edge from the source node. So this is the first depth. Then we will search from here at the distance of two nodes. How many nodes exist at the distance of two edges? I think this node exists at the distance of two edges, from 1 and 2. This node also from one edge and second edge, one edge and second edge, from one edge and second edge, here from one edge and second edge, from one edge and second edge. These are the nodes. You can see it here, 2, 2, 2, this 2, and this 2, and this 2. These nodes exist at the distance of 2 edge from the source node. So they are gray. This is orange, these are red, and this is gray. Then we will search all the nodes which exist at the distance of 3 edge from the source. This is level 3. The depth level is 3. Now we will set the depth level of 3. So these are the nodes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the 5 nodes which exist at the distance of 3 edges from the source node. This is third depth. So this is first depth, this is second, and this third. So it expands from source node to breadth wise. Here this is source node, this is the first breadth, and from this to this is the second breadth, and from this to this, and from this to this circle, last circle, this is the third breadth. So it expands breadth wise. You can understand this concept when we put a stone in the water. There occur some waves, that is stones causes for the water waves, and these waves first reaches to some depth. So these are the waves. This is called wave reaching distance 1. This wave reaches at distance 1, and then vertices during BFS, and these vertices. The second wave reaching distance 2, vertices during breadth passage. The waves after here it passes to the second level depth, and that waves which started from here, it reaches first here and then at this depth breadth. And similarly the waves reaches at depth 3. Wave reaching distance 3, vertices during breadth passage. 3 vertices during breadth passage. So these vertices exist at the depth 3, that is from source to this node we can reach from after passing the distance of 3 edges. This was the concept of breadth first search algorithm. You can also see it here in another example, breadth first search concept. This is our source node. This is the actual graph A, B, C, D, E, F. These are the nodes. Let's suppose this is source node, distance 0. So at one edge there are 3 nodes B, C, and D. So this circle denotes the first edge. This is at the second, and this is at the second, from 1 to 2, from 1 to 2. So this circle denotes the second wave. So wave reaching distance 2 vertices during breadth passage. So these nodes are present at the distance of 2 edges from the source. We will make the tree. This is source. So all the nodes at first level B, C, and D. B, C, and D. These are at the first level and attached with the single edge from B to E and B to F. From B to E and then B to F. When we will come to this one, it goes from B to E second level, and then come back and go to F second level. So these two nodes E and F attached with B, because during this depth we traverse these two nodes at the depth B. So this was another concept of breadth first search algorithm. Breadth first search algorithms, that is code, pseudocode, BFS, breadth first search. And the requirement of breadth first search algorithm is we pass a graph G belongs to the set of vertices V and the set of edges E. We have discussed about the graph in detail in our previous lecture number 17. This is our lecture number 18. We have discussed about the graph. That is, graph consists on the set of vertices V and the set of edges E. So the graph with the set of vertices V and set of edges E will pass to this one, and also a source node will be among the vertex set of vertices. We will pass the value of source vertex to this S variable. S is the variable. Here from 1 to 4, this is a loop, for loop, which initializes the graph which is passed to breadth first search algorithm. So these 4 lines are lines code initializes the graph. For each vertex u belongs to V of G minus S. From all the vertices, the source vertex is subtracted. That there are 10 vertices. 10 minus 1 is equal to 9 vertices. We will process the 9 vertices except the source vertex, and we will change the color of each vertex. We will store the vertices one by one in the U memory, and color of U memory vertices will be white. The color, the distance of U memory vertex will be infinity, and the parent of U vertex U variable vertex will be nil. This is the initialization, that we will change the color of each vertex white, distance up to infinity. We don't know about the distance of vertices. Up till now we have not discovered the distance, and we have not decided about the parent, so the parent is nil. This loop actually initializes the graph, each and every vertex. Then we have subtracted source vertex from this set. So we have not initialized so vertex in the loop. We initialize it here from line number 5, 6 and 7. Color of that S, the vertex, one of the vertex which is source vertex is passed to this S variable. So the color of that S node which is stored in the memory S, we will make the color gray. The distance of S is 0 because this is source vertex, and so the distance of source vertex is always 0, or the root vertex is always 0. And the parent of source vertex, the root vertex have no parent, so its parent is also nil. So we initializes the source vertex, and then we initialize a q at empty value, null value. So we take a q which is null. There is no value in the q. First we enter the value into the q. This q, name of the list is q. This q we put the value of S. S is the source vertex, and then we will use this while loop. Q not equal to 5, yes, there the q was 5, but here we have inserted one value into the q. Q is not empty. Then we will execute this whole code from line number 11 to line number 18. All the code belongs to while loop, body of the while loop. In this we will discuss this code in the succeeding or the next slides in detail. Here, breadth first search algorithm explanation. Step 1. Create and maintain 3 variables for each vertex of the graph. For any vertex V of the graph, these 3 variables are color of V. This variable represents the color of the vertex V at the given point of the time. The possible value of these variables are white, gray and black. Initially, the color of a vertex will be white, then during the processing its color will become gray, and then at the end, when will it become the part of tree, its color will become black. So a node will change its 3 colors, initially white, then during processing gray, and at the end when it will become the part of tree, it will become black. White color of the vertex signifies that it has not been discovered. Yes, it has not been discovered. If the color of a vertex is white, it has not been discovered yet, that is, it is unknown. The gray color of the vertex signifies that it has been discovered and it is being processed. This color shows the processing of the vertex. Black color of the vertex signifies that it has been completely processed, that it has become the part of tree. These are three color notation which we will assign to this variable. Parent of V. This variable represents the predecessor or the parent of the vertex V. That which will be the parent of this vertex V. Discovery or the distance of V. This variable represents the distance of vertex V from the source vertex. Source vertex, how many distance this at how many distance a vertex exists from the source vertex. These were the three variables which we will use in the algorithm. Next, for each vertex V of the graph except source vertex, initialize the variable as. This is the for loop which we have discussed in our previous this graph algorithm 1 to 4. This for loop, in this for loop, we initialize the color of a vertex. Each vertex white, that is, all the vertices are not discovered yet. The parent is nil. There we have not associated a vertex with its parent, and distance has not been discovered. So infinity is distance infinity. We will initialize all the vertices of the graph with these values except the source vertex. Here we will initialize the source vertex. Color of S. S contains the source vertex. The color of S is grey. Parent of S is nil, and the distance of S is 0. The root vertex always contains has the value 0 or the distance 0. These are the 6 lines or 7 lines of code of our this graph up to this line, that is 7 line from 1 to 7. We have explained it there because this is the explanation of algorithm. And in step 3, this is about the body of while loop. Now NQ source vertex S in Q and repeat the following procedure until the Q becomes empty, because this is the condition of while loop. Here we can see while loop. While Q not equal to 5, do this one. So it is also saying repeat this procedure, repeat the following procedure until the Q becomes empty. DQ vertex V from Q for all the adjacent white vertices U of vertex V, do color of U gray, and D of U is equal to D of V plus 1, parent of V U is equal to V, NQ QV, color of vertex V to black. Then we will search all the vertices adjacent vertex of a node or of a vertex. Then we will make the color of that vertex black, because we have discovered all its adjacent vertices. Time complexity. The total running time of breadth first search is O of V plus E. This is time complexity. Number of vertices plus number of edges, because we have to process all the vertices of the graph, and we will also consider all the edges, and will reject those edges which will create the cycles. So we will process all the edges. V plus E is the time complexity of the edges, where V is the number of nodes and E is the number of edges. Space complexity. Space complexity of breadth first search algorithm can be expressed as O of V. How many nodes are there? So the number of nodes, where V is the coordinality of the set of vertices, then that is the number of vertices in the graph. This is space complexity. If there are 20 nodes, then its space value will be 20 memory location, and if there are 50, then its value will be 50. It depends on the number of vertices. Space complexity depends on the number of vertices. Practice problem based on breadth first search algorithm. Problem: traverse the following graph using breadth first search technique. This is given graph whose nodes are R, S, T, U, V, W, X and Y. All the nodes have label RSTU. These are the capital character or the alphabet. R is capital, S is capital, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z all are capital. Consider vertex S as the starting vertex. This is the S vertex and this is our starting vertex. The arrow shows that this is starting vertex. We will take start from here, so we will pass the algorithm. This graph will be passed to algorithm, and this vertex S will also be passed as the starting or the source vertex. So in step 1, for all the vertices B except source vertex S of the graph, we initialize the variable as this one. This from line number 1 to 4, this loop is the color of U is equal to white, color of V or U is white, V is variable B, we can take V as a variable or U. So here control variable is U, while here it is using V. Pi of V is equal to nil, distance of V is equal to infinity. All this is here in example, but the control variable is U here, so it will make the color of U white, distance of U infinity, and parent of U is equal to nil. And then for source vertex S, we initialize the variable as color of S is equal to gray. Here the color of S is equal to gray, distance of S is equal to 0, parent of S is equal to nil. It is here color of S gray, parent of S is equal to nil, and distance of S is equal to 0. Then 8 and 9, line number 8 and 9, we will take a queue list with name Q, which will be empty. Before in the start it will be empty, and then we will NQ the source vertex S into this queue. Will perform this NQ operation, because we perform NQ and DQ operation on the queue. So when we will insert a value into the queue, we will mention the value and the name of the queue, and when we will delete, it will be default the first value of the queue which will be deleted. So here we will mention only the queue name, because by default the first value will be deleted, while the which value we want to enter into the queue, we will mention here the name of the value. So S contains the source node which we will want to NQ into the queue. We NQ the source vertex S into the queue. This S has in queue contains S. This S has inserted in S. After this, we have discussed the line number 1 to line number 9 of the breadth first search algorithm. Next, so its distance is 0 because G of S is equal to 0, D of S is equal to 0. While all the other nodes contains the distance infinity. This is infinity, which here we have, and we have not doubled the edges, that we have not assigned the parent to each node. This is the body of the loop. Here we can say 2 to 4 number line or the body of loop, which consider each and every vertex and initialize it. That is no parent, single line, no parent. When we will make the parent of one node to the other node, we will make it double, and the distance is infinity. That is, all the nodes are have infinity distance, that is undiscovered, and their color is white, while only the gray color the source node, because we have make the color of S node is gray at line number 5, and then its distance is 0, and its parent in here, source node has no color. And next, here we will run the while loop of our algorithm. In the while loop, this value and U is the variable, DQ Q. We will delete a node from the queue because queue contains only the source node S. S will be DQ. We will put S. U will contain S. After dequeuing, we will store the value in the memory of the U. In the memory of U, we have the value S, which is the which we have deleted from the queue, because queue contains only one node S. And now, for each V belongs to adjacent of U, there are two adjacent of S, that is R and W. So we will process one by one. Firstly W and then R. It will search the adjacent vertex W at the distance of one edge, and then at the distance of one edge. This node is given because it is breadth first search. So from the source node, it will discover all the nodes at the distance of one edge, and this is become practical with the adjacency. If we find the adjacent node, then we will find the all the nodes are at the depth 1 from the source node. So this for loop find all the edges adjacent of U, that is there are two nodes. We will make sure that the color of V, we will take the value of V, W, that the color of W was white here we can say color of W was white, color of R was white. These are the two adjacent nodes. So if the color of V is white, then it will make the color of V gray. The color of V contains W, and the color of W is 1, and distance of du plus 1. U is S, the distance of S is 0, 0 plus 1 is equal to 1. The distance of W will be 1, and the parent of V is U. What is V? V is W. The parent of W will be U contain S. The parent of W will be S. We have double this. This is single edge, this is double edge. So we have double it, that the parent of W is S. And then NQQV, because after deleting this S, Q become empty. Now we have entered the V value. Here V contains W. We have entered W into the Q. This is W into the Q at the starting position. And then this loop will while loop will execute the body next. So for loop will execute itself for each vertex V belongs to adjacent of U. So what is the next value of V? The next value will be the next adjacent node, that is R. R is the next adjacent node of S. This was the one and this was the second. So it will process R. The color of R is white. The color then make the color of R gray. In the beginning the color of R was white, and now it has made gray. Distance du plus 1. The distance of source node is 0, 0 plus 1 is equal to 1, and parent is U. This is U contains S. So the parent of R will be S, and so it has been doubled. And the NQQV, because now V contains the new value R, so we will enter the value R into the Q. So this is R. We have entered the second value R into the Q, the first W and then R. When all this for loop will process all the adjacent node. We have run this loop 2 times because there were 2 adjacent nodes, W and R of this source node. After processing these 2 nodes and putting into the queue, W and R has been inserted into the queue. The while loop, this statement will be executed. U, the value of U is S. What is the value of U? S. Color of S will become black. It has become black. Previously it was gray. Here it was gray. Now it has become black. And then the body of while loop will be end, and it will execute its next cycle because Q is not empty. Now Q contains 2 values. Previously Q contains only a single value S. Now it contains 2 values W and R. So it is not empty. So it will DQ. DQQ. So DQ operation delete the first value from the Q. So it will delete the W and assign to U, because this equation delete the value from the Q and assign to U. So U contains W, and the adjacent of W are T and X. First is process the T, and using this the color of T is equal to gray, and the color of distance of t is equal to distance of w plus 1, that is 1 plus 1. The distance of w is 1 and this h 1. It will become 2. Distance of t will be 2 and parent of t will be w. So the parent of t will be this w, which has been doubled. We make this h double. NQ all adjacent white vertices of w in q. Then we process x and then the distance of s will be 2. It will become gray and we will insert it t and s in q. T and s. W has been deleted but t and x has been inserted into the q, and then the color of w is equal to black. The color of w become black. Next, step 4, dq vertex r. We will delete the vertex because what was there, r. R has been deleted and assign the value to u. So r contains u contains r. Color of v is gray. What are adjacent to r? Adjacent to r is a single node v. So v contains this capital vertex v, this v, here v. So color of v is gray. Distance of v is equal to distance of r plus 1. Distance of r is 1. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. It will be 2. And parent of r, parent of v will be r. This parent, and the parent of this v will be r. And then NQ all adjacent vertex, only one adjacent, r contains only one adjacent. This will be NQ. Enter into the Q. So we have enter into the Q, and color of r is equal to black. The color of this r has been black after processing all its adjacent node. Then we will delete the next because at the front of the Q it is t. So dq operation will delete t, delete vertex t from the Q and insert it, assign this value to u. We have assigned u to t. For all adjacent white vertices v, vertex u of vertex t, we do following. Here t, this is u, is adjacent vertex is u and also x, but x has already been processed. So we are considering this u. V contains u. Color of v, that is u. Color of u is equal to gray. Distance of u is equal to distance of t plus 1. Distance of t is 2. 2 plus 1 become 3. So distance of u is equal to 3. And distance of u is equal to 3. And parent of u is equal to t. Parent of this u will be t. It has been doubled there. Now we will enter the u into the q. So this u has been inserted into the q, and the color of t, because all the adjacent node, this one and this one has been discovered. So color of t is equal to black. We will make the color black. Then dq vertex x from the q, because here at the front of the q it is x. So delete q command will delete this x and delete it x from the q and given it, assign it to u. For all adjacent white vertices v, vertex y of vertex x, we do the following. So this is y we are doing, but the color of v, what is v? V contains y. Color of y is gray. Color of y has become gray because in previous node it was white. Now it has become gray, and the distance of y is equal to distance of x plus 1. What is the distance of x? Distance of x is 2. 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. So its distance become 3. And the parent of y is equal to x. Parent of this y is x because we have reached there from x. So its parent is x. And NQ all adjacent white vertices of x in q. What is the adjacent of x? Adjacent of x is y. We have entered y in q. We have entered y in q. Color of x, because our adjacent has been searched, so color of x is equal to black. It has become black. Then we will dq this v. So here dq vertex v from the q, So we will assign this V to U. V contains U contains V. There are no adjacent vertices, white vertices to vertex V, because vertex V contains no adjacent white vertex. So color of V is black. It will become black, and we will delete other node U. So U will be deleted. DQ U, vertex U from the Q. There are no adjacent white vertex to vertex U. Assign it to U, because there is no white adjacent vertex of U. So the color of U will be black. And then next is Y. We will delete Y. Here we are deleting Y. DQ vertex Y from the Q and assign it to U. U contains Y. There are no adjacent white vertex to vertex Y. Vertex Y contains no adjacent white vertex. Color of Y will become black. Now, because this Y was the last, it has become empty. The while loop will terminate because Q has been empty. Because the condition was process the body of the while loop until the Q is not empty. Now Q has been empty, so the process will be stopped. The while loop will stop. After stopping, since all the vertices have turned black and the Q has got empty, so we stop. This is how any given graph is traversed using breadth-first search techniques. Minimum spanning tree. This is minimum spanning tree based on that graph. Look at the graph. This was the graph. That this was the graph. This was the source node S. From source node, this is R and this is W. So this is R and this is W. Because S is the parent of R and W, and R is the parent of V. So R is the parent of V. This is V node. R is the parent of V, and W is the parent of T and X. W is the parent of T and X, and T is the parent of U. T is the parent of U, and then X is the parent of Y. X is the parent. It is 2 and it is 3. It has become 3 by adding the value of 2 by incrementing the 2, that is 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. So X is the parent of Y. X is the parent of Y. This is minimal spanning tree. There was loop. Now in tree there is no loop. There was another a loop structure, 2 to 3, 3 to T to U, U to Y, and Y to X, and X to T. W to T, T to X, and X to W. So this graph has break this loop and ignore the edges from T to X. This edge has been ignored or deleted when we constructed the minimum spanning tree. And U to Y, this edge also has been deleted by creating this minimum spanning tree. That is, all those edges which causes the cycles or the loop have been deleted or ignored. Here application of breadth-first search algorithm, because it is very important algorithm. There are many applications of breadth-first search. Let us discuss some of them. Shortest path and minimal spanning tree for unweighted graph, which we have constructed here from undirected graph. This was an undirected graph, and with the help of this graph we have constructed this minimal spanning tree. So breadth-first search is used to construct the minimum spanning tree of unweighted graph and undirected graph. Unweighted and undirected. This graph, the graph contains no weight. There were no weight of H. Each edge contains no weight. It is unweighted and undirected graph. The other is peer-to-peer networks. In peer-to-peer networks like BitTorrent. BitTorrent is a network structure. It is peer-to-peer network. Breadth-first search is used to find all neighbor nodes. In BitTorrent or peer-to-peer network, we find all the neighbor peers nodes first and then next and then next step. So in peer-to-peer network, breadth first search algorithm is used. For Fulkerson method, this method is a graphical method. In this graphical method, we find the flow of fluid or the flow of some other thing. Here we can use the flow of traffic. For computing the maximum flow in the flow network, we use breadth first search. Crawler in search engine. Search engine firstly from the starting position we searches all the neighbor node which are very nearest to us. So for this is called crawler. Crawler builds index using breadth first search. The idea is to start from source page and follow all links from source and keep doing same. Depth first traversal can also be used for crawler, but the advantage with the breadth first traversal is depth or the levels of the build tree can be limited. The depth or the level of this tree is limited, while depth first has longer root. So it is preferred over depth first search. Crawler search engine uses breadth first search algorithm. Social networking website, just like WhatsApp. In social network or the Facebook. In social network, we can find people within a given distance k from person using breadth first search till k levels. So at distance k, we find all the persons, and WhatsApp shows that these persons are nearest to you. Do you like those? Let's suppose with some characteristics. On the basis of characteristics, this distance is measured. On the basis of locality, the distance is measured. So breadth first search algorithm measure the distance that which neighbors are closest to the source or the active node. So in social networking, this algorithm is very useful. GPS navigation system. Here we find the distance from one city to the other city using the Google Maps and other things. So breadth first search algorithm is used there. GPS navigation system. Here broadcasting in network. Network we broadcast the data to first depth first and then to next and then to next depth. In network, broadcast packets follows breadth first search to reach all nodes. In garbage collection, recently we have used some data. Those data after processing become garbage. So for garbage collection, breadth first search algorithm is used. In garbage collection, each data is used nearby and which has been become a very long term. So cycle detection in undirected graph. In undirected graph, as in the case of this thing, this was undirected graph. We have here was 1 to W to T, T to X, and X to W. There was a cycle T to U, U to Y, Y to X, X to T. There was another cycle. So we have detected cycles and break those cycles here. So cycle detection in undirected graph, the breadth first search algorithm is used. Path finding. We find the path here. You can see in the case of this one from source, the path. This V is at the distance of 2, and this Y is at the distance of 1, 2, and 3 edges. So path from S to Y, the value of this path is 3. The value of path from S to T, from S to W, W to T, the value is 2. From S to W, W to T path contains value 2. So path is also detected using breadth first search algorithm. These were the some 10th, applications of breadth first search algorithm. Conclusion: breadth first search algorithm is very important algorithm that traverses a graph in a breadthward motion and uses the queue FIFO, fast in, fast out. We have used the queue in processing the undirected graph using breadth first search algorithm. To remember, to get the next vertex, to start a search when a dead end occurs in any iteration. So we go up to the dead end. Breadth first search produces a so-called breadth first tree. Using breadth first search algorithm, we find at the last MST breadth first search tree. Here in this case, we have constructed this tree, minimal spanning tree. This was the result of breadth first search algorithm. So breadth first search ended at we gain a breadth first search tree, and it is same as level order traversing method. Breadth first search can be used to solve many problems in graph theory. It can also be applied to solve of many real life problems. For example, GPS navigation system we have discussed in our previous slide, computer networks, Fulkerson method, Facebook structure for social networking, web crawlers searching the web pages for search engine, etc. That is why a computer engineer, as a computer engineer, we should have a proper knowledge of breadth first search BFS algorithm. This was the end of our lecture number 18. Allah Hafiz.